Is should I continue job hunting, figuring out my next career steps over the holidays, or should I not? Is it even worthwhile? Really, really good question because what you do right now or what you don't do right now in December 2019 will actually make or break your career outcomes next year. Why is that? Why, some people are like, what's the difference between job hunting in December versus January? What's the difference in terms of when I do things, right? But it's actually really, really important because for a lot of people, what happens is that sort of December, maybe early January is the only time in the entire year that they get a little bit of a break and they feel like they have that time to just recoup and reevaluate their next steps. And so if you don't take advantage of that now, what can actually happen is that the rest of the year goes by so fast. You get to the next holiday season or whatever, and you find yourself in the exact same position, which is what I see happening to a lot of people. Or maybe some things happened, yes, there's a few differences, but you haven't really set yourself up for success. Not to mention there are certain opportunities to be had if you know how to take advantage of them in this time period. So here is what I am seeing. On one hand, I see a lot of people who are going, all right, the job market is slow throughout the holidays. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to relax, and I need rest anyway. I'm sure most of you guys have been working a lot this past year and you're also feeling like you are in need of a bit of a break. Don't we all need a bit of a break? But you want to kind of think, all right, you want to take advantage while maybe other people are on their breaks. It's also a really good time for you to get ahead of the game, because when other people are not on breaks, there's also more competition. And again, like we're always talking about, you don't want to try to do what most people are doing, because you're going to get the same kind of results that most people get, which is most likely not what you want if you're here. So that's where you see most people are not happy with their jobs. Most people are just doing their job essentially to pay bills more than anything else. And that's not, I don't think, who you want to be. So you always want to think, what can I do differently? When everyone else is going on holiday and resting, what can I do differently that's going to get me ahead of the game? I'm not saying you shouldn't have any time off, or you should just, tell your family, forget about you. I'm working on my career. I'm going to keep working. That's not what I'm saying. But you do want to take a strategic approach and not just use the holidays as more of an excuse to ignore something that you've been busy and you've kind of been ignoring for a while. And it's very easy to use that as an excuse and just keep on putting it off. So be careful about that. I see those people who are just going, I'm just going to enjoy, figure it out in January. And then what happens is that come January, there's way more competition. Everyone else is also like, yes, new year, resolutions, I'm going to start my goals. And just like everyone's competing at the gym to get onto those New Year's resolutions, you're going to find the same thing happening in the job market, where all of a sudden you have a lot more competition. And then I see people who are really gung-ho to get ahead over the holidays. They're like, I'm going to make this whole plan, and they're trying to write out their goals, and then either they're hitting that dead end where they're trying to figure out what they want, but they don't actually know. And as much as they try to think about it and talk about it with their family and friends, and I'm in the new year, I'm thinking about doing all these things, what do you think? They're just not coming to any concrete plan. And as much as they try to create a plan and think about the plan, there is still no plan. Or I see people who are not trying to create a new plan. They're just sticking to their old plan, which hasn't been working. They're like, well, I've been sending out applications and scrolling the job boards this past year, haven't found anything yet. Maybe I just need to do more of that. Maybe it's just a matter of more time, more effort. And so they decide they're going to sit down and send even more applications, scroll more job boards. I even have people asking me, I'm checking these 5 job boards. Do you think I'm missing some? Like, what are other job boards I should be checking? And the answer is, you should not be, it's not a job board that is the answer. The answer is actually changing your strategy, having a different plan that does not include those job boards. So if you're in either of these camps, right, if you're one of these people who is trying to create a plan, but you're getting stuck, you don't actually know what those next steps are, or if you're getting stuck doing the same things over and over again that aren't working, or if you're just discouraged about the whole kind of career direction and job hunt and figuring out what do you want to do, how are you going to get that amazing career which brings you the life experiences that you want and the impact that you want to make, as well as earning a good living, and that's not happening for you and you just feel like throwing it all out the window and just enjoying the holiday and figuring it out later, which we all know is not going to get you to your outcome. Send me a message. These are exactly the kind of people who I help. I have a client now. She just started a few weeks ago and she already has really, really good job leads for the new year. Actually, I have another client who has been taking advantage of these weeks over the holidays to go to those events, those kind of events that only happen in this period. But she's taking advantage of those because she knows exactly what to say. She knows how to meet the right contacts. And she just landed a speaking opportunity and an interview at her dream company where she had already sent 9 applications and she was ready to give up, but now via the hidden job market and by taking advantage of this time period, she's landed an interview there. So it's just to show that if you have the right plan and if you choose to take action versus just doing like most people do, waiting for the next year, you can get a lot more opportunities. So if that's you, send me a message. Don't fall behind. Be someone who is ahead of the game in the new year as opposed to someone who's constantly trying to play catch up. And I'll see if I can help you. I'll ask you what your situation is, and we'll see together whether it is a fit for you to get that plan going and for you to there might just be a couple of things that you need to do right now which are going to transform everything for you and maybe even land you a job, your new dream job before the new year. I've gotten so many opportunities actually over this period because sometimes there are other people, again, taking advantage of while everyone else is doing one thing, you do something else. So something I've done a lot is that when everyone else is going on holiday, that gives me an opportunity to get some of the best positions while other people are moving on or on holiday or whatever it might be. So send me a message and I'll see if I can help you guys out. Otherwise, let me know what are your plans for the holidays and what's the thing that you're going to be doing towards your career over these holidays so that you can start off the year 2020 really, really strong, feeling fulfilled in your work, earning a great income, and making the impact that only you can be making on the world. All right, guys, talk to you soon.